Hey guys, this is the review for the TRN V90. Um, Trying to test out some things under $100 and see where that market's at right now. I saw some people say that these are pretty good, or I read a review someplace that said that they like these a lot. Um, so I got these a few days ago, and I've been testing them out. Um, Nice aluminum shell. It's really interesting, actually. They seem to be very well made. Um, Tips are good. Let's take this off here. The stem is long enough, and it has that nice little ridge, so it really holds on to the tip, so you don't have to worry about that pulling off in your hand. Um, Cable it comes with it's okay, 2.5. I mean 3.5, right? What's nice is, I don't know if you can see this or not, but these pins are much longer than the ones that came on the KZ, the ZST. And so these bite in really well. I didn't have any problem with these falling out. The ear hooks are pretty stiff. I myself like that. I really like it. I have small ears. Like, in fact, my wife makes fun of me because of it. So I have a hard time with the wire staying on my ear. They typically fall off. So the stiffer ear hooks really hold on well and whatnot. The cable is kind of thin and janky, but you know what? It works really good, and I don't have any problem with that. It sounds just fine. I tried another cable on it just to see. There's no sound difference. This cable works fine. The sound impressions, I would say, is this. This is a very dark tuned set. Detail is not really there. High end frequencies not really there. I mean, you can hear them, and really, I'm surprised about that because according to their website, this thing has a dynamic driver and 2 or 3 BAs in each side. So usually, when there's a dynamic driver, of course, that'll mean good mids, good bass if it's tuned right, and with the BAs in there to handle the upper end frequencies, the usually you get pretty decent detail retrieval. I mean, let's face it, nowadays, if you create an IEM for $50 or more, and you put a BA and a couple of a couple of BAs and a dynamic driver in there, and and an aluminum case like this thing has, this nice, for you not to tune it correctly seems ridiculous to me. Well, I'm not sure how it gets out of the factory like that. And maybe it's my set. I mean, I hope it's not, because I hope it is all of them in a way, because that means that their quality control is good. If it's just my set that sounds like this, then that means their QC is no good. So, which I kind of find hard to believe. They put so much effort into everything else on this. Why would they tune it that way? I'm not saying that I hated it. I'm just saying I was surprised at the lack of detail retrieval. The KZ, the $18, $19 KZ's detail was so superior to this. It was like not even in the same league. But the bass on this was much better. So the bass is very good on this. The mids are a little bit set back, not really much stage, and treble is just, it's there. You can hear it, but a lot of the songs that I used for checking detail retrieval, there was things I just couldn't hear on this. I mean, I could hear them. I knew they were there, but I don't know if that's because I've listened to them so much, my brain knows they're there, and maybe I just know that it's going to be there. So when I'm listening, I hear it, right? But I can tell you that I couldn't hear things clearly. The bass, though, was very good. I'm going to say for sure the bass was good, and the timbre for the bass, or the timbre of lower end sounds, was very good. Voices were very good. Now, male voices really stood out on this. Female voices were okay, but male voices totally stood out. Now, and it sounds probably like I'm hammering a little on this when I was talking about the tuning, but I am going to say that listening to songs like Rolling Stones, Ruby Tuesday, definitely Metallica. Metallica was fantastic on these. the high end wasn't there, the details weren't there, but the bass and the guitar just sounded so good. The male voices, like I was listening to Rolling Stones, and I don't listen to a lot of Rolling Stones when I'm testing because a lot of their stuff isn't recorded really well, at least the older stuff, the stuff that I like. But on this, because they're tuned darkly, because they don't have great detail retrieval, those songs sounded good. I really liked listening to Rolling Stones on this. Same thing with Metallica. There was something about it. I ended up listening to the whole album. So for certain things, these are really good. If you like rock and roll, if you like EDM, if you like male vocals, these are going to be good for you. They sound good. If you don't care about high end detail retrieval, if that's not really what you're looking for, then these are probably going to be good for you. For $50, you really can't go wrong in that area. They're very well made. The cable's good enough. Tips are good. They're nice looking. You know, I got the dark set, the black set. There's a blue set as well, or what they call midnight. The case is all aluminum, machined, so it feels like it's powder coated. So it's really nice finish. The music, like I said, rock and roll, dark tuned, heavy bass line, that kind of stuff. You know, there was a song on that Truth About Charlie album I bring up sometimes. I usually listen to this one song, Dakara, I think it's called. And there's like there's rain at the beginning of it hitting like a tin roof. And I listen to that because that helps me a lot to determine timbre and the quality of the detail that it's retrieving. And the timbre was okay on that. The detail was okay. I could hear it. But again, I've heard it a lot. So, you know, I know what's supposed to be there or what I think is supposed to be there. But there's another song in there, which I can't think of the group now. And I wish I'd looked it up before this review. I'm sorry. I'll put it in the comments. I mean, in the notes for the video. But there's a song, and the title of the song is Bigga Man, Bigga Man. Bigger Man is what it is. But that song has this deep vocal from this guy singing on it, and it sounds really good. I ended up really liking that song on this set right here. So these are about $50. Amazon usually has them in stock. I think I got these things just a couple of days after I ordered them. So that was kind of cool. I didn't have to wait very long at all. Dark tuned, details not so great, but you know, everything else was pretty decent. Timbre in the lower end was very good. That's all I have to say about this. I hope it helps you out. Thanks.